At Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the New York Giants. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 2 ways. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 93.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll run on first down. Grant. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, even.
They will run with Grant. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Wait. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. You must be getting tired.
From the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man left. Even.
Barber on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now on 2nd and 16. Winston. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Certainly not how they envisioned it. Ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Got it. 20, Mike, 20. I'm on. Watch out. Tell you what. Big Griffin.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Barkley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. The toss out to Barkley. Room here to run. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At the 27-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, Barber. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Grant. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Don't get nervous. Tree, crunch.
This is Grant. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ready? Blue lady. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Jameis now on first down. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Giants' 48-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw is Winston. He's got Evans. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Watch the run.
Winston now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Follow. Easy. Check.
They'll throw again. Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Check 52.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Ready. Blue ready. Hey, 5-0. Get in the weight room. Watch twins. Out. Flip it. Easy.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Check. Ready. Black, what is that? Hey, pick your game up. Tie it right. You got to go.
Winston. The quick slant caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop a shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turn him loose.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Levante David in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go to 90 Wolf. Can't give him nothing.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Buccaneers will take over at the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, but it's going to be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man. Complete. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 45 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
On the pickup. Second and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go play action. Winston. They'll roll him out right. And Winston lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
10-2 soft.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
And a loose football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The New York set to take the field. On 1st and 10, Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
52 right here. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit. Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go.
Following the interception, Winston. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line,
he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Gay is on for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. They're going to Goldman here on the screen. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Go! 50, flank.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Ready?
They start on the ground with Goldman. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
3 bird, 3 bird.
They'll run again here with Goldman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Here we go, here we go.
Fight.
Now Jones. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. when to get rid of the football, not take the sack, when to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Silver.
Shoot.
They'll begin with a run by Gallman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
2nd and 11. That's complete to Gallman. It's an 8-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A 1st down throw for Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Check. Watch 54. Here we go.
Big trip.
The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
All day, baby. All day, all day, all day. Let's go.
Penny. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Here's Jones. Operating from the gun. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Indomitian Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Grant. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Wait. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Hey, come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Timo. Sunday. Kill. Watch the edge. Slam. Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. 6 man. Check curl.
To throw, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Winston now. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, his first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Next to score, Buccaneers 42, Giants 7.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready, ready! 60 yards.
Gallman will run it. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Let's go, let's go. Slam, slam, slam. Deuce, 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 deuce.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Ready, ready!
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Here comes Grant on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Barber. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Winston. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to go for a big play down. And got his man complete. Rashad Perriman off to the races. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Brashad Perriman, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Get it.
This is Gallman. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
You got it.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch 54. Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
5.
Now Gallman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Giants on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He finds an opening past the 40. And down right around the 37. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Here's Gallman. And he loses the football a second time. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Set. 10 logo.
45, Mike, 45. Yeah. You don't want to know.
Defense.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Squeeze, double.
Let's go.
They'll try to pound it in with Gallman. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, tried his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll run with Penny, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Rosas good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30, 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Gay is on for the point after. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First down, New York.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jones out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's third down. The Giants on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Jones now throwing on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Check. Ready. Blue lady. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Sonic.
Winston here to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. Past the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
First down, Winston. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Alec Ogletree coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On play action, Winston looking for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete. DeAndre Baker there defensively.
The Bucs on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 17.
Check the outs out there. We got easy. Hey, where's the
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount.